Well, we can talk now to Francis Tolentino. He sits in the Philippine Senate and is former mayor of Tagaytay City, which is located next to the volcano, and where Senator Tolentino joins us from now. Thank you very much for your time today. People in towns and villages around the lake behind you and close to the volcano, they had to basically flee with what they were wearing, didn't they, on Sunday? What's your advice to them at this point about what they should do next?
You're correct, Anita. They had very limited period of time to really prepare for their belongings right after that initial 2:30 p.m. Initial eruption in the Taal volcano area. My advice to them, and I've advised the police officers, likewise the commanders, to have a lockdown, to so to speak, to prevent evacuees from returning to their homes, because some evacuees return to visit their homes to look after their personal belongings, their livestock, their farms, their animals, among others. So my advice is to stay safe within the evacuation centers and where they are located right now, especially with the relatives outside of the danger zones.
How does it feel to be there now? We've heard reports of many, many earthquakes. The Philippines Institute of Volcanology and Seismology has recorded something like 335 earthquakes in the area of the volcano since Sunday. That's an incredible number. So are you feeling all of those shocks?
Yes. Before this interview, Anita, I think we had around 50 minutes ago, we had an earthquake, but it was not of that great intensity, but it's being felt all over, and we're now used to that. My problem and the bigger challenge right now, Anita, is that if this is going to be a protracted calamity, we're looking at a bigger economic impact, not just for the two provinces concerned, but for the greater regional area, including perhaps Metro Manila, because even some of the flights were canceled because the ash fell as far as northern Luzon, which is several hundred kilometers away from the volcano area, Anita.
You're trying to deal with the immediate threat, but also with an eye to the medium term and beyond. That's quite a difficult number of tasks to straddle, isn't it, when you've got all of these shocks going on, these continuing earthquakes, the continuing threat of another eruption. So how do you manage to deal with all of those different jobs at the same time?
Right now, Anita, our local government officials are on top of the situation. The national government agencies, especially the Department of Social Welfare and Development, they've been providing food packs. I've asked the police commanders to watch over some business establishments, especially the areas which were vacated and are now practically ghost towns with the banking institutions there. In the city, Tagaytay, which the backbone is the tourism industry, practically all the hotels and restaurants are closed. We don't have power, we don't have water, and if it's gonna last for several more days or even weeks, I think we're going to have a more negative economic impact, because the livelihood of the people would be at risk. Right now, as I speak, I was given a report that 74.5 million pesos in terms of damage to the livestock and farms are now being reported, Anita.
As we talk to you, we can also see a live shot of Taal, smoke and ash clearly billowing from that. How many people, do you have an estimate, how many people are displaced at the moment or away from their homes right now?
The total area would have probably a population of 450,000. But the recorded people placed in evacuation centers would be more or less 20,000, covering 118 evacuation centers. In my city, we have several evacuation centers coming from the affected areas near the lakeshore of the Taal Lake. So it's practically a ghost town area for several municipalities in the area, and we're looking at an increase probably in the next few days, because some are not yet recorded, Anita, because of the limited time frame wherein we were able to prepare, because 2:30 it was alert level 2, and then 7:30 p.m. we reached alert level 4, and then volcanology officials are telling us that there's a big possibility that we might reach alert level 5, and that would be a catastrophe, so to speak, if that happens, Anita.
Okay, Francis Tolentino, Senator there in the Philippines. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope everyone stays safe. Thank you.
Thank you.